Pretty dope. All right, guys. We have the responses to the Third World Farmer game. We can put it in the tray. Thank you. Put your names on it.
Nope. Oh, yes, I would love it.
I'm originally from San Luis Obispo, California, and I went to college at San Diego State University. I've always aspired to be a teacher, specifically history. It's a passion of mine. I think from all my travels in Europe when I was young and living in Northern Ireland for a couple years, I always loved history. And I taught first in LA for several years, and I was in Sacramento for a real long time, and now I'm blessed to be here in Half Moon Bay. So I really enjoy living by the coast and working with all the tremendous teachers and students here. Playing that game yesterday, our responses to that were last night. I'm sure most of us did it, so make sure your name's on the paper and pass it forward. Thank you. Quickly. All right, all of us should have a pen, a marker board, and an eraser on it. Wonderful. Okay, so we turned in our homework assignment. That's great. Let's focus on what we need to do right now. So on 3, we're going to be ready, respectful, and responsible. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you guys so much. Okay. This Friday, just a friendly reminder, our big assignment is due. That will be for some of us, our Chapter 10 Key Issues packet, and for many of us, most of us, because we're going for the AP exam, it will be the first 2 thematic. What word did I just say? Thematic. That means content-related chapters in our AP exam book, whether that's Princeton Review, Kaplan, Barron's, whatever it might be. We're going to get it done. We're going to bring it in. It's going to be annotated, and we're taking the practice review quizzes. So that is Friday. Okay. Single biggest challenge we faced in yesterday's Third World Farmer game. Let's try to write that as a complete sentence. Biggest challenge we faced. Wrap it up. And let's pair share it. Okay. Okay, so today we are involved in a unit on agriculture and AP Human Geography, and we're looking at how agriculture is done around the world, approaches to it, specifically sustainable farming, because in a lot of countries, and like really poor countries, or as a lot of people say, third world countries, or as we call LDCs in AP Human Geography, a lot of countries like that are looking at how to make their farming more sustainable, because a lot of times with limited resources and limited infrastructure, that's very difficult to do. So basically they did a simulation yesterday where they explored the challenges of that, and today they're getting the more formal lesson about that. Okay, we're going to transition up here really quick. Just walking around, I noticed a common theme that a lot of people had, and that was particularly expressed by Zane, Kendall, Nika, Trevor. So you guys basically were writing very detailed about planting multiple crops. Okay, and that is really, 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 really important, because we don't want to get stuck just growing one type of crop. Now, again, it's okay if we write outside the box. In order to save soil and water and provide a more sustainable yield, this is the key word, sustainable. We're dealing with subsistence agriculture, especially in third world nations. Many farmers have switched from monoculture agriculture to polyculture and conservation. Those are a big idea for today.
Mr. V is absolutely one of the most dedicated teachers I've seen. I mean, he is focused on making sure each lesson is well prepared. He cares tremendously about not only the material, but the students he educates. And I'm just always so confident that every time I go in there, that every student is getting a fabulous education from a dedicated and an expert teacher.
Okay. So we're going to look at non-subsistence agriculture. This is the opposite of intensive agriculture. And the idea is that we are cash cropping. Basically, we are making what? We shout it out.
Moolah.
Money. Dollar, dollar, billion. Okay. This is a form of extensive agriculture in which harvested crops are exchanged for currency or credit. We are no longer worried about feeding our family. We are not worried about feeding the village. Like so many people in LDCs, we are going after money. Okay? Crops grown specifically for money. Common and extensive agriculture than intensive agriculture. See if we can come up with at least 3 or 4. It's okay if we make mistakes, but let's cut this with speed. Non-subsistence, it's grown for the purpose of making money. Okay, it is not intensive, it is not subsistence agriculture. Okay. So non-subsistence agriculture. The commercial crops are transported, sold at other markets, and finally preserved or processed into other goods for sale. The key thing there is they're processed. Let's take almonds. Almonds are converted into almond butter. Where would that take place? We can say it out loud.
Oh yeah, he makes you finish every one of his sentences. It's really nice. It's very enjoyable. It really helps you learn. It's good.
And what about his teaching style? What do you like the best about it?
He's funny. He's got a cool name. Does a lot of cool notes. It's good.
Mr. V es muy interesante y orgulloso en su trabajo. Le gusta hacer chistes y es muy chistoso durante clase.
I enjoy that Mr. V is energetic. He's always got something to say. He has us finish his sentences, which is a little odd, but it's always fun. It always keeps us engaged, and we always know what we're supposed to be doing.
In the United States, we used slave labor until 1865 to make cotton. And if we look all over the world, plantation monoculture exists in a lot of places, but we're starting to get away from just making it mono. Banana plantations are primarily in Brazil, Costa Rica, cane sugar in the US and Florida and Brazil, coffee in Ethiopia, Kenya, and Colombia, tea in Sri Lanka, India, and China, and one of our favorite things in the whole world, chocolate in Ghana, Brazil, and Mexico. And then tobacco is not really the deep south, but it's south of the Mason-Dixon line. We're looking at like North Carolina, Virginia. It's not grown nearly as much as it used to be in the United States, because what has happened since the 1970s, 1980s, and 90s in the United States? Let's take a volunteer on this one. In regards to tobacco. Yes, James.
Causes cancer.
Yes, people are aware definitely that it causes cancer. And yes.
They're more like commercials. They're trying to stop it. And
More commercials, yeah. And so what's happened to the overall use? We can shout this one out.
Gone down.
I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I really enjoy these students. I know it sounds like hyperbole, but they're awesome. I just look forward to seeing them every single day. And then when I see them in the community, they're super respectful, and it's great. I mean, I just really think these are cool kids here. So some people say they don't want to see kids outside of class at other schools, but I don't think that's an issue here because everything's pretty rock solid here.